Hello and welcome in, everybody, to the campus of Ann Arbor Pioneer High School for men's lacrosse between the Pioneer Pioneers and the Huron River Rats. With me, as always, being the Vin Diesel to my Paul Walker, Pete Poyer. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nick Wisniewski. Say that 6 times fast.
I try not to.
You probably do it all the time, being in Wisniewski. But it's an unseasonably warm May day here for lacrosse. Beautiful day outside, lots of sunshine, and we are underway in the first period. Now teams fighting for possession from the opening. And Huron carrying downfield. Chad Aronson carrying for Huron. Aronson looking for an opening, being defended heavily. Andrew Foster defending. Aronson will cut towards the net, a little underhand shot, and a score. Chad Aronson picked up the ball at midfield and carried somewhat patiently downfield and then flipped the shot past the Pioneer goalkeeper for goal number 1 in this match.
Yeah, Aronson had no rush about him whatsoever on that one. He just kind of slowly went up the sideline, kind of pulled behind the goal from that that rear attack position, and then just jutted in and threw one right past the goaltender.
So back to midfield. Picked up by Pioneer. Matt Auer picking it up. He gets tripped by maybe the field. Loses control of the ball. It'll be picked up by Huron. And they will look to move it back downfield. Henry Cotilla moving it downfield for the River Rats.
And right now with that wide shot, you can see a very spread out perimeter offense for the River Rats.
Well, Aronson doing the same thing as he did the first time down the field. This time defended by Nicholas Holda. Now we'll pass it in front of the net. And we have a whistle in stoppage play. And it'll be a turnover. It'll be Pioneer possession.
And this is the second meeting between the River Rats and the Pioneers. Ann Arbor Pioneer won that first meeting 15-4 earlier on in the season.
Another takeaway by Huron. They'll head back downfield after handing off to the goalkeeper. It's Owen Hurley. Now a long shot by Hurley, the goalkeeper, from across midfield. That one sailing wide of the net.
You don't see that one too much, but again, that you can always chalk that one up to, hey, why not?
Well, you can't score if the goalkeeper's carrying the ball.
That's right.
So it's a somewhat of a calculated risk if he loses control. That could be problematic getting back to the net, but in that case, it did not hurt the River Rat team. Oh, Aronson carrying once more. Now back it out towards midfield, and he'll work the opposite side of the field, hold the defending. Oh, Aronson just standing there, trying to look for maybe some kind of opening. Holda, as of yet, not giving him one. Now he'll run around Holda, head towards the back of the net, flip it out towards the front. That pass sails way over the head of the intended receiver, Anders Rasmussen, out of bounds, so it'll be Pioneer possession. Austin Wiley carrying for Pioneer down to the Huron zone. He'll dump it in behind the net to Noah Gago. Gago will send it over to Jack Reed. And the Pioneers will work it back out top for Craig Phillips. Pioneer working it in a big circle around the net, trying to get the River Rats out of position. Now a quick shot in front and a score by Jack Reed as he looked like he was going to pass it out front of the net, but saw the opening past the defenseman and flipped it past the goalkeeper. for the Pioneer goal, and we're tied at 1.
Great play by Reed there, just kind of cutting right in front of the net. Like you said, it kind of seemed like it was about to be a pass, but swept it in and gave it right past the goaltender. Owen Hurley starting up the offense once again for the River Rats on that one.
So Huron will try and respond after that Pioneer goal to tie it up. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Now pass out of bounds, turnover to Pioneer. Well, so far from the River Rats, we've seen kind of a very patient offense worked on either side of the field, usually keyed by Aronson. And so far from Pioneer, we've seen them work kind of in a big circle trying to get the Huron defenders out of position.
And really, thus far, time of possession greatly favors the River Rats so far. But Pioneer, with their limited time with the ball in their own zone, has taken advantage of it.
Oh, long pass downfield. Ball on the turf. We got a turnover by Pioneer. They tried to move it downfield quickly. But back and forth it goes, and now Huron will pick it up. Jordan Sylvester will carry over the midfield stripe. Looked like he was going to try and hand it off to Aronson. Aronson covered. Now he'll dump it off to Chad Aronson. And Aronson will begin to work behind the Pioneer net. Now Deeker on one man, pass out front, trying to get a quick pass off, and it converts. Shane Ham with the goal for Huron, and they retake the lead 2-1. Check it, that's Nathaniel Gurari with the goal for Huron.
And he seemed like he was wide open in front of that net, because it seemed to be that everybody on Pioneer was really focused in on Aronson, excuse me.
A great pass by Aronson to key that play.
Great pass and a great reception. Again, Aronson playing that behind offensive area, and he attracts all the attention of the Pioneers right there. Nice high pass where only Gurari can get it, grabs it and just shuffles it on home.
Bang, bang play for the River Rats. Oh, Pioneer will try it one more time. Reed trying to get out front of the net. Can't do it this time. And back down the field come the River Rats. Tried to get a fast break opportunity there. Catch the Pioneer defense napping, but we're unable to do that, so they will set up their offense. Carrying for Huron, Khaled Yassir. Now Yassir through two men, puts a shot on net, past the goal. Huron will pick it up, try and dump it back out front. Intercepted by Pioneer, and they'll bring it downfield.
Aronson with a nice job at a diving stab there, just couldn't quite come up with the ball.
Well, back to Reed it goes. Now he'll flip it back out front. On top, Christov. And they will work it in the circle one more time. So Reed with it behind the net one more time. And Pioneer will continue the circle. Now back to Reed. They'll reverse the action, going in counterclockwise action and then changing it. Now Reed's knocked to the turf, and the referee throws the yellow flag.
There you got both the referees there discussing what will be the final penalty for that one, but pretty well understood. Both of those Pioneer players knocked that Huron player down right immediately.
Looks like number 22, Jerry Jackson, getting whistled for that foul, as he is now kneeling beside the scores table on the opposite side of the field.
And here we can see Pioneer player cutting right in. Huron defense does a great job of just cutting that off, but again, a little too much contact, a little too high there on the shoulder pads.
You know what they call that? They call that the bull rush.
That is what they could call that. If they don't call it that, they should call it that.
How do you stop an offensive player? You just knock him right to the ground.
That's right.
Oh, now Huron a man short. Errant pass picked up by Huron. Pioneer can't take advantage. And Huron trying to work it downfield. Deep behind their own net. Now they'll get it to the goalkeeper, Hurley. And an intercepted pass, wide open net, and Pioneer converts. Looked like Noah Gago with the goal, the intercept and the open net goal. And that'll tie it back up at 2.
And there is, Pete, the issue that we were talking about when you're trying to start your offense off with your goaltender, with Hurley. He just coughed it up right to Gago. He intercepted that pass, and a nice low-slung shot bouncer into the net.
An empty netter, if you will.
If you will, indeed.
3:25 to go in the first period. Pioneer winning it.
Every time Huron scores a goal, Pioneer quickly answers.
Early on in this match, and Pioneer certainly has established the type of offensive flow. They've done it every time down the field, working the ball around the perimeter of the Huron defense, trying to find an opening. And this attack style is really dependent on crisp passing between the players. Now ball on the turf, knocked away. Huron trying to pick it up. Can't do it. Scooped up by Reed. And he'll head behind the Huron net, setting up in his usual position in the Pioneer offense.
And with 2:15 to go here in the first quarter, but there's another goal by the Pioneers.
Pioneer goal number 20, Austin Wiley.
Austin Wiley with that goal for Pioneer. And that Pioneer will retake the lead 3-2.
And once again, Pioneer, like you mentioned, Pete, just asserting their game plan there, working around until they get that open slot and, just a couple of meters right out in front of that goal.
That's the first time they've taken a shot from that far out front. Got through all of the defenders. Pioneer retaking the 1-goal lead. Pioneer once again setting up, working it around. In behind the net is Jack Reed. See if the Pioneers can take a 2-goal advantage here. First one they'll have in this match, as it's been tight thus far in the first period. Pioneer being patient this time, working the time on the clock down. We're approaching 1 minute to play in the first period. A referee's whistle as player for Pioneer just taken right to the turf.
It's Sidney Anderson went down there, but again, from my vantage point, just kind of looked like he lost his footing there a little bit. Kind of tough to see from that angle. All you see is the Pioneer player just on top of him there. I misspoke. That was Nate Uhas. Excuse me.
Under a minute to play in period number 1. And a quick shot from way out top again, and another Pioneer goal. Jack Reed with his second of the match, and Pioneer takes the 4-2 lead with 45 seconds to play in the first.
And another long goal, as you mentioned before, Pete. Seems like Pioneer, again, spreading out that perimeter, keeping control with that controlled passing, and then just looking for an opening, trying to see a nice seam there. Goes right through the goaltender. Seemed like Owen Hurley had no chance of seeing that. And with 45 seconds to go here in this first period of play, it seems like Pioneers really, really asserted themselves, controlling the ball and taking advantage of any opportunity that they're given.
Early on in this first period, Huron really carrying the possession time, and it's really flipped the script here in the later stages of this first period as it's been all Pioneer. Under 30 seconds to go. Pioneer can really afford to be patient here and work around for a good shot as time ticks down here in the first period. Well, Pioneer looking to get open. That ball on the turf, knocked away by Huron, but still on the turf. And we have a quick whistle. This Pioneer player, Doug Ship, was tripped, hit the turf. 4.8 seconds to go. Pioneer's going to have to come up with something quick. Well, Paul knocked away, and no scoring opportunity to end that first period for Pioneer. We're going to take a quick break and be back with second period action here on CTN Sports.
YouTube. CTN Channel 17 is on YouTube. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor and watch all of our in-house productions at your convenience. Missed Access Ann Arbor or Soapbox? No worries, we have playlists that cover these categories for your viewing pleasure. If you're a community producer with a YouTube page and want more web traffic, CTN has your back. We offer the ability to display other YouTube channels on our homepage so more traffic gets driven to you. Best of all, this page is updated on a regular basis to keep you informed on what's going on in your community. So check out our YouTube channel to stay informed at youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor.
And we are back with period number 2 action here from the campus of Ann Arbor Pioneer on Hallway Field, men's lacrosse. Pioneer taking the 4-2 lead in that first period. All Huron in the early stages of that period, and then Pioneer rallied and came back to take the 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, Huron with that early goal from Aronson, but quickly called back from Pioneer with Jack Reed scoring the first of his 2 goals. And at that point, it's just back and forth until, I'd say, about the 6-minute mark when Pioneer really just dominated possession and opportunities.
Now we get set at the middle of the field, and we're back underway. Scooped up off the turf by Cotilla for Huron. He will carry into the Pioneer zone. We'll then flip it over to Cody Coles. And Rasmussen will have it now. Huron will try and work the offense. Rasmussen will back up a couple of steps, then charge forward, trying to get past the Pioneer defender. That's Alex Ems. Now Sylvester will take a stab at it. A long pass. I think it was directed towards the net. Knocked away by Pioneer. I believe Huron will keep possession. Aronson will start it for Huron. Around one defender, back out front, quick shot out front, and a score. That's Khaled Yassir with the goal for Huron. That'll give them their third goal of the match and bring them to within one of Pioneer.
Very nice play set up there by Aronson once again. See him starting out deep, giving it right to Yassir. Another, as you said, bang-bang play there.
Huron goal by number 25.
Getting it right past goaltender Reynolds Ryan for the Pioneers. And Huron right back into this one, only down by 1 goal now.
Possession won by Pioneer momentarily. Ball hit the turf, picked up by Huron. That's Coachella. Now he'll get it to Aronson, and Aronson will carry for Huron. Once again, Aronson taking his time, trying to lull the defender to sleep. And a quick shot around him, and Aronson scores and ties it at 4.
Very nice play by Aronson there. Like you mentioned, he just kind of pulled it all around the outside there. Not in any rush initially, taking his time before he darts forward and shoots that low shot past Reynolds. Or past Ryan, excuse me. There he is right there again. That cutting motion, a very nice bounce shot on that.
And that goal will prompt a timeout by Pioneer.
There you can see inside the Pioneers huddle. There's Huron's huddle right there. Got to be feeling pretty good about themselves the way this second period is treating them thus far. And if you're Pioneer, you're just discussing how to stop this bleeding and once again start getting control of that ball and asserting your game plan.
Team's back on the field. 10:22 to play here in the second period. Having a little battle of the bands here.
Yeah, I like it.
A few members of the marching band versus what sounded like Tom Petty, I believe.
I think it was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, I believe, yes.
Oh, ball lay in the face-off circle momentarily. Picked up by Pioneer and knocked away. And now Huron has it. Chris Damschroeder carrying downfield. His pass to Kelly did not connect, but Aronson there to pick it up for Huron. Huron's Chad Aronson, Mr. Everything for the River Rat team. And I've just jinxed him as the ball was knocked away from him and out of bounds. But he'll keep possession.
No, you're right on though, Pete. It seems like most of their offense goes through him, whether it's starting high on the perimeter or even behind the net. He's definitely the guy that gets things in motion.
There's a quick shot by Rasmussen, defended by Reynolds. And the good news for the Huron team is they'll have Chad Aronson for another year. He's only a junior.
Yeah, it shows a lot of posture, a lot of good maturity for a guy that's only in the 11th grade.
Here's a look at that shot, last shot on net, defended by Reynolds. Close call, but stayed out of the net, which is the important thing.
Absolutely. Reynolds actually has close to a 58% save rate this season. Pretty impressive mark for a lacrosse goaltender.
Old Pioneers will set up their offense. Trying to get out in front of the net. That shot sailing wide of the net by Gago. That'll be out of bounds. It'll be Huron possession. Damn shorter there over in the far corner. They'll flip it to Hurley. And Hurley will send a long pass down the middle of the field. That does not connect. Intercepted by Tyler Schmader for Pioneer. I'll hand it off to Craig Phillips. Now carrying is Gago. He's going to cut towards the middle of the field, trying to get around defenders with a quick shot. And again, another one sailing wide. But chasing down to pick it up, Devin Gallagher for the Pioneers. Pioneer will move it around. There's another shot and a score. Noah Gago with the goal.
Goal number 10, Noah Gago.
That's Gago's second goal of the afternoon. And here you can see Pioneer just working it right in front of that net, keeping it away, and then just that really strong overhand whip shot with a little bounce past Hurley.
7:42 to play here in the first. Now pass on the turf, intercepted by Pioneer. Reynolds will pick it up. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on CTN Sports. Nick Wisniewski and Pete Poor with the play-by-play call for you. Hope you're enjoying it. We got the rest of this second period and all of the second half action for you.
And if you do want to check this out, or maybe you are currently watching this out on youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor for all of the great programming in full HD.
HD. Well, here on working the offense, they'll back it out towards the midfield stripe. I'll work their way down on the far side.
Their offense this quarter seems to be about slowly pushing it in from the outermost of the perimeter. Just trying to be very patient and try to work in any little opportunity they can get. Trying to exploit any little detail that they can find in that Pioneer defense.
Oh, long pass. Skipping pass to one of the Huron players out of bounds.
And again, that's a unforced error, but that comes from Pioneer playing such a strong zone defense there and keeping an eye on every single player in that Huron offense.
I think one of those Huron players is trying to hit one of those girls over there, score a date for the prom.
That's a terrible way to score a date for the prom, but maybe.
It was a close call over there. Well, you know, you use the tools that you have at hand when the opportunity presents itself.
That's true. It's come a long way, I suppose. That's true. I think this year's prom is Enchantment Under the Sea.
Okay, Marty. Oh, Pioneer Trying to work it out in front of the net. And a quick shot and another score by Gago.
Pioneer goal number 10, Noah Gago.
Gago's second goal of the quarter, third of the game, the old hat trick. And none of them come easy. That's just another nice goal by Gago there. Again, set up very well by Pioneer as a whole. Just getting lambasted the whole way through. But again, that really high, powerful, arcing overhead shot finds the net once again. Very nice goal by Gago once again.
.440 to play here in the second period. That pass does not connect, and it'll be out of bounds, so it'll be Huron possession. I don't know if the camera is able to catch it, but it's interesting the interplay of the players running off and on the field depending on whether the team is on offense or defense.
Yeah, the quick in and outs is, that's how you keep some fresh legs and keep your specialized players doing what they're trained to do, essentially. Very, very interesting, very nice dichotomy of what's going on.
Well, Aronson once again carrying. He's going to get a couple of shoves from Garrett White. There's a quick shot. And another goal for Chad Aronson.
Very nice goal by Aronson. And once again, just sticking back the entire time. You see him juking back around, runs into a few defenders, but before that last defender can get in his grill, very low shot, just past the ankles of Pioneer's goaltender.
Old Pioneer with possession here. 3:30 to play in the second period. Now Pioneer working it around. Markel with the pass. That shot doesn't get through. That's blocked.
Nice defensive effort by John Nicoli there.
Ball out of bounds. Last touch by a Huron player, so it'll stay Pioneer possession deep in the Riverhead zone. Pioneer once again will work it around. Well, Phillips will head on net. Oh, long shot. That's blocked. Doesn't make it through. Ball on the turf. Huron trying to scoop it up. Ball still on the turf. And now we have a referee's whistle. And possession is going to be awarded to the Pioneers. Well, maybe the first time I've seen a broken stick on the field.
Yeah, that might be a first on me too, but there's kind of that big scrum there in the middle of things, and everybody's whacking. What are you going to do?
Pioneer with possession. They'll work it around patiently. Under 2 minutes to play it to the half. Now Uhas with it. Tries to get around one defender. Shot on net, sailing wide of the net. Knocked away by Hurley, so Pioneer will keep it.
And with a minute and a half left to go here in this half, Pioneer really looking to take advantage of this opportunity.
Gago there hitting the turf, loses control. Well, Damschroeder will knock it over to Hurley, and he'll carry it down the field. Hoping to see another shot on goal by Hurley.
Yeah, now I know to expect it a little bit.
And maybe the Pioneers are too. That's why he didn't do it. But his pass does not connect, and an out of bounds turnover to Pioneer. 45 seconds to play. Pioneer will try and set up for the last shot here, I would imagine.
Yeah, they'll have the opportunity to be kind of patient with it, but not overly patient with only 30 seconds left here now.
They'll have to work it around and keep their passes crisp. Trying to deke out front. And we have another score by Pioneer as that just got over the goal line. Gago again for Pioneer.
Another Gago goal. Great effort right there. Again, just made that himself. Diving towards the crease there, and it seemed like he had one knee down before he just flung that at the net, as you do. Nice bouncer in there. And that's 3 goals for Gago in this period alone.
And I promised myself I wasn't going to go here, but Nick, you're Gaga over Gago.
There it is. There it is. I was waiting for it.
It's a softball. I went for it. Oh, 15 seconds left. Pioneer again with the possession. Maybe we'll be able to notch another one. Gago again, quick shot. That one's sailing way high. That's going to be out of bounds. Just 2.7 left. Hit by a river rat. So Pioneer will keep it. And now that'll kill the rest of the time off in the clock. And we've reached halftime. Pioneer leading 6-5 as we head to halftime. And we'll be back after a break with second half action here on CTN Sports.
In residential areas surrounding the University of Michigan, it's commonplace to see upholstered furniture on porches. So I'd like to talk to you about the dangers of combustibles on porches. To sustain a fire, you need 3 things: fuel, anything combustible or flammable; heat, an ignition source; and oxygen. For a fire to ignite and continue to burn, all 3 elements must be present. Porches do not have early warning devices like smoke detectors. And with a fuel source like old sofas, chairs, and trash storage, this is a recipe for danger. Heat will radiate to the upholstered furniture, causing a rapid buildup of heat and gases. Fire needs oxygen to burn, and it will travel toward the nearest oxygen source. Fire can spread quickly, blowing out windows and spreading into a house. With a ready supply of oxygen, fire is allowed to burn freely. As long as a free-burning fire has fuel, it will double in size every 45 seconds. This fire burned rapidly, but upholstered furniture outdoors is even more susceptible to fire due to weathering. giving it the potential to spread at an alarming rate. Heat and smoke will rise to the highest point and then begin to spread outward to the ceiling of a room or up the stairs to the second floor, causing a chimney effect. At ceiling level, temperatures in a fire can reach up to 1,400 degrees Fahrenheit. At this level, temperatures are around 800 degrees. That's why it's important to stay low. The first priority of the Ann Arbor Fire Department is the safety of all its citizens. So don't keep anything on the porch that can give a fire the fuel it needs to grow.
Battalion 2 to dispatch. Fire's under control. Everyone's out safe.
And we're back on CTN Sports with second half action. Lacrosse from Hallway Field on the campus of Ann Arbor Pioneer. Pioneer and Huron. And after that first half of action, Pioneer with the 6-5 lead over the visiting River Rats.
Exciting first half we had going on there, Pete. 6-5 the score, the tally right now, but it's been back and forth in a wide open game. Not too many penalties, not too many chippy little calls. The referees are letting them play, and everybody here in attendance is getting their money's worth.
Oh, Pioneer will open the second half with possession. Pioneer trying to work out in front of the net. Does, and a quick goal by Gago. Gago with another goal for Pioneer.
Assisted by number 14, Devin Gallagher.
And that will give them the 2-goal advantage, 7-5.
Quick onto the board in the second half for Pioneer. Great job there setting that up behind the net. You see Gago waiting for it, and there it is after the goal right there. Very nice play. I'm really hoping that shortly they'll go for the give and go to Gago. Just to see
I'll
you
have
call
to remember
that one.
that.
Yeah. There we see once again Pioneer starting off low, finds Gago wide open, only one Huron player even near him. Nice bang bang shot right there.
You see Hurley there at the end of that play slamming the turf in frustration. How they missed that shot. Oh, Hurley will run it out to midfield. No one's defending him, so he keeps going. Now he'll dump it off to Kelly. Kelly loses momentary control, now gets it back. He'll hand it off to the man with a plan, Chad Aronson. Now back to Henkin. And Aronson walking around like he didn't have possession of the ball, even though he did. Now missed pass by Huron. Stays out of bounds. Both teams fighting for possession.
Very smooth play there by Jack Milling. He saw a Huron player, knew that he couldn't scoop it up, so just whack it right at him. Bounces out of bounds, Pioneer possession.
Kind of like that old basketball play where they knock it off a player out of bounds. Oh, Milling will send it downfield. Nice catch there by Holda. Holda will dump it down to Gallagher, and Pioneer in their familiar setup. Reed has it. Reed shoveling it out front, trying to get it to Gago. The pass doesn't connect. Gago will try and pick it back up. Ball on the turf. Phillips will grab it for Pioneer. Now back over to Reed. Reed looking to get a shot away. Kind of a whiff, but his stick was knocked away by a Huron defender. Looked like it was damn shorter over there. Nice spin move by Sehun. Long pass tries to connect to Nicoli. And Aronson will grab it and take it downfield for Huron. Aronson looking to either dart out in front of the net or pass it off to a Huron player.
And as we've seen with Aronson throughout the course of this game, he's a cool customer. He'll wait for his opportunities.
Knocked away from him, but picked up by Huron. They'll keep it. Now a quick shot sailing wide of the net.
Nice fake out by Rasmussen there.
Huron will keep possession. Aronson really protecting that ball, keeping it as far away from the Pioneer defender as possible.
Garrett White with that long pull there, not giving him any quarter.
Garrett White defending Aronson quite heavily, knocking him to the turf. We have a referee's whistle. Aronson will keep possession.
And here you can see, again, White just not giving him any opportunity whatsoever. Plays it till the end, plays it to the whistle, and then in true sporting fashion, doesn't matter what sport it is, after he's knocked down, he holds his hands up. Like what, me?
Oh, Aronson hits the turf, loses control of the ball. Pioneer looking to break it out, but now we have a referee's whistle.
That one might be on Sam Richardson there on that one. I think it was number 26.
So it's Pioneer possession when we begin play once again.
You saw Aronson there just kind of slip, but he was just surrounded by three of those Pioneer defenders. And there you saw 26 come in. There you saw Richardson come in out of nowhere, kind of blindly hit him on that one.
And the foul called on Chad Aronson. 30-second foul. We have to sit out for 30 seconds on the penalty. May have been a retaliatory move by Aronson after he hit the turf.
Sure.
That prompted that whistle. Oh, Gallagher carrying. Now we'll dump it back out front. Gago back out to Phillips. Over to Auer. Now Auer will get it back. Gago will back up. Looks like he's going to take a run at the net. Heads toward the net. Spin move by Gago. Hits the turf momentarily. Gets back up. Still has possession. Now back to Phillips with a quick shot. That one sailing wide of the net.
Pioneer doing a nice job of the man advantage there, taking advantage of everything, and maintaining possession once again.
Gago shoots. Save made by Reynolds. Under 6.5 to play in the third. And Owen Hurley will walk it out of his net one more time. Pass doesn't connect, picked up by the Pioneers.
And here you see that last scoring opportunity for Pioneer. Kind of looks like he just ringed it off a couple of bars, but it was nice possession by Owen Hurley on that one. Nice positioning, excuse me.
So Sylvester starts it. Over to Coles, back to Sylvester. Now way back out top to Gurari. Now in behind the net to Aronson. Now Huron working it in a circle, somewhat similar to the way Pioneer has been doing it all game.
Yeah, maybe trying to switch up the old strategy here in the second half.
They lose possession. Damschroeder has it for Huron. Looking for someone to pass it to. Now he'll carry it over the midfield stripe. Lose it momentarily, pick it back up. Quick shot by Damschroeder, and save made by Reynolds. After that opening goal by Pioneer, pace has slowed down quite a bit here in the third period for both teams.
Yeah, Pete, I have to wonder if maybe legs are starting to get a little bit tired after that hurried pace of that first half, or maybe both teams just kind of deciding to slow it down. Pioneer with a 2-goal lead. Obviously, they're in no rush, and Huron knows that they can score when need be, so not a huge anxious push to try to get in front of that net.
And that'll prompt Huron to call a timeout. I don't think there was something they saw they didn't like on their offensive flow as they were trying to get organized to move the ball downfield.
No, I wonder if they're going to try to adjust that offense a little bit more as we've seen so far in the second half, or maybe possibly discuss going back to what worked for them in the first half. And, Pete, at halftime they were mentioning some of the sponsors of lacrosse. It's worth mentioning lacrosse, high school lacrosse, is a non-funded sport. The school doesn't pay for this. What the teams have to do is have basically boards to help get sponsorships to pay for pretty much everything that you see, equipment and everything from top to bottom. And both of these clubs have great sponsorships and great boards helping these teams out to make sure that these young men can still play the sport that they love.
Well, and with that has to come a lot of strong parental support as well.
Absolutely. And, as senior parents leave, they'll pass on certain responsibilities and certain duties to the younger players' parents. And, again, that creates an even closer bond amongst families and teammates. And, all of the spectators, there you are right there.
So both teams back on the field, back underway after the timeout. Sylvester with it for Huron. Oh, yeah, Sears switches positions. He's knocked to the turf. Once again, Garrett White.
White's kind of the enforcer down there on that defensive end for Pioneer.
Probably could carry that aggression onto the football field as well. So Reed gets it to Gago. Back behind the net to Gallagher. Gallagher trying to get out in front of the net to get a quick shot. Can't do it. And he'll flip it back to Reed behind the net. Now Reed will try it. Trying to get past Chris Damschroeder over there. Now back out to Gago. Gago with the shot. High sailing shot. That passed everybody.
Gotta go with that kind of hop, skip, and a shot right there.
Deflected by a River Rat, so Pioneer will keep possession. Now Reed trying to get around Damschroeder. Puts the shot on net. Saved by Hurley. Gago knocked to the turf. Both teams getting a little physical.
It's Sam Richardson once again, defender for the River Rats, throwing his weight around a little bit. You can only sit and watch another player, another attacking player, just hammer you the whole game before you're going to try to send some sort of a message there to him.
Well, as you well know, Nick, when both teams from these schools get together, you cannot take the crosstown rivalry out of it.
So true.
A long shot from way out top. That's knocked away. Never made it on net by Phillips.
I think that went through the field goal.
Just under 3 minutes to play here in the third. Now back out to Phillips once again. An hour a little short arming that pad to one over his stick, just over his stick. And out of bounds, it'll be here on possession. Now Kelly trying to get out of his own zone, heavily defended and taken away from him. Pioneer trying to catch Huron, changing players, switching from defense to offense, but Huron gets back and sets up in a defensive posture. Auer, he'll send it back to Reed. Over to Gago. Oh, back out top to Phillips. To Markel. Long shot by Markel. That one wide. Knocked away by a River Rat. So again, stay down deep in the River Rat zone. Pioneer possession.
Another nice long opportunity there for Pioneer. That high shot. Trying to bounce it right in front of the net.
Oh, Reed trying to get, again, past Damschroeder. Now, quick little shovel pass. Sylvester trying to pick it up for Huron. Both teams fighting near midfield for possession, and we have a whistle.
Pioneer calls timeout.
And that'll prompt a Pioneer timeout this time. Pioneer leads 7-5 here in the third period, 1:19 to play. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on CTN Sports. You can catch this as well as many other sports programming on CTN Ann Arbor's YouTube channel. Just dial up youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor. Pick a game and watch it in full HD.
And subscribe. Give it the old thumbs up, too. You can see inside Huron's huddle right there. First-year head coach John Minder. And your Pioneers huddle right there. Pioneers led by head coach Smith Atwood, an 06 grad of Pioneer High School.
Oh, both teams back on the field. only goal of this third period coming from number 10, Noah Gago, for the Pioneers, giving them their 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, for as hurried of a pace as that first half had, this one's definitely had a little bit slower motion to it.
Now pass out front, knocked away by the Huron defense. Ball is laying on the turf. Picked up by Kelly. He'll race downfield. Pass to Coles. Huron trying to get the Pioneer defense snapping, but they get back. Rasmussen will pick it up for Huron. Just 30 seconds left in the third. That pass does not connect, out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer possession. Pioneer will have to work it down quickly. Just 20 seconds left. Gago carrying. Quick shot, knocked away. Damn Short will pick it up and send it downfield. That's going to take the rest of the time off in this third period. Pioneer with the only goal in period number 3. They have the 2-goal advantage, 7-5. We'll be back with fourth period action here on CTN Sports.
Let me ask you a question. What do you value? How about access to your child's education, their football game, their swim meet, their high school musical, their academic future? Does that matter? What about your access to your government, your police, fire, and public safety, parks and recreation activities, state and local officials, the folks you elect to make decisions for your community? Is that worth anything to you? What about your rights, freedom of speech, to communicate your message, to let your voice be heard? That's got to count for something, right? So let me ask you again, what do you value? How about public, educational, and government access television? It belongs to you. Let's keep it that way.
And we're back with fourth period action here on CTN Sports. Pioneer with the 7-5 lead. The only goal coming in the third period coming from the Pioneers. That's Noah Gago.
Yeah, a little bit of a slower pace so far in this second half, but with a score of 7-5 currently, anybody's game still, anybody's match.
Huron with possession. Spin move by Cotilla, trying to get a quick shot on net. That's defended by Reynolds. Huron will keep possession.
You see Cotilla just taking it right to Pioneer at the start of this fourth period right there. Very well defended, very well played by Reynolds, though.
Back to action. Huron being a little bit more aggressive beginning of this fourth period. And a quick shot knocked away. Picked up again by Huron. Really picking up their energy here to begin the fourth. Ball on the turf. Picked up by goalkeeper Reynolds. Knocked away from him. And recovering for the Pioneers, it's Milling. And he'll send a long pass downfield. Does not connect. Rasmussen will pick it up for Huron, and we have a whistle on the play.
And I really wonder if that quick burst of aggressiveness from the River Rats kind of caught Pioneer back on their heels, because it really seemed like Catilla just cut through the middle of the field almost unimpeded until he got right in front of the net. Pioneer might just be saying to themselves, where did that come from?
Well, Huron down 2 goals. They've got to get something going here. Can't just sit back like they did in the third and not get any goals. That pass does not connect, out of bounds. Kind of an unforced error there by Huron.
I was just going to use that exact term. I know any coach in any sport is dismayed by those unforced errors or those unforced turnovers. Those are going to kill you.
Well, when two people are so similar, they always think alike. So, and what do they say? Great minds think alike.
That is what they say.
Oh, Gallagher trying to get out in front of the net. He loses possession. Ball on the turf. Kicked away, but Gago will pick it up for Pioneer. Gago considering what he's going to do. He'll pass it. Quick shot is blocked. And Huron will pick it up.
And it seems thus far Huron not only more aggressive offensively, but defensively as well.
Well, Pioneer can afford to be patient with the 2-goal lead. Huron cannot. There's Gago, quick shot, high one. Save made by Hurley. And Hurley will walk it down the field. And a yellow flag thrown. Hey, who was it again this time?
Garrett White, surprise, surprise. Just a little too aggressive on that play. Playing too much body, not enough stick.
Into the penalty box goes White.
And this is obviously definitely the opportunity that the River Rats would be looking for.
Minor penalty, 1 minute for unnecessary roughness.
A 1-minute penalty for unnecessary roughness from the referee. That's probably a cumulative effect.
You see that long pass by Hurley, almost a jump ball effect right there. But White again just plays too much man on that one.
And kudos to the ref for getting such great airtime on that yellow flag. Huron here with almost a must opportunity here to score.
Yeah, not only a one-man advantage, but one of Pioneer's best defenders not out there.
That shot in tight. Nobody from Pioneer touched it. So possession will go back to the Pioneers. Alex Ems will work it over midfield.
You know he's going to be in no rush.
He loses possession. Out of bounds. It'll go back to Huron quickly. Aronson will pick it up for Huron. Quick shot. That one sails wide of the net. But tipped by a Pioneer.
Big shot there, but not the best angle. Probably not the angle he's looking for. Definitely not the angle that the rest of the River Rats are looking for.
Approaching 8 minutes to go in the match.
You hear that? Lots of power come with that overhead shot, though.
Well, Pioneer trying to catch Huron out of position.
Here we'll see, again, some more aggressive defensive play by the River Rats there. John Nicoli on that one.
Push with possession.
That'll be a 30-second penalty for push with possession.
Well, Pioneer here with an opportunity to take control of the match and take a 3-goal advantage. Now Gallagher circling behind the net. Pass, quick pass out front. Low skipping shot by Markel. That is knocked away. Pioneer still with it. Phillips with a shot from out top. Another one knocked away.
Pioneer just going to keep firing away on this man advantage opportunity.
Oh, penalty over. There's a quick shot and another score just as the penalty was ended by Devin Gallagher. And Pioneer takes the 8-5 lead, and that's not good for the River Rats effort.
Gallagher with that nice lefty whip in past the goaltender. Very nice reception and just fires it through there. Fires it through 3 River Rat defenders there too.
Pioneer with possession once again. 7 minutes left in the game. Gago with it. Quick shot right on net and another goal for Pioneer. Noah Gago with another goal for the Pioneers, and now it's a 4-goal advantage for Pioneer.
And thus far, this second half seems to be much more in line with the first game that these two played earlier in the season. There you see Gago just faking back like he's going out front. Then he turns around and whips that overhand shot right past Hurley. No chance on that one. Now again, 4-goal advantage for the Pioneers.
And the sun begins to shine on the field once again after some cloud cover. Oh, teams fighting for possession down in the Pioneer zone. Aronson will come away with it. Sometimes when you watch him, it's tough to know he actually has possession. He's so casual with the ball.
And I definitely think that's part of their strategy too. I mean, if you're not totally sure and aware of what's going on as a defender, you just look up. He seems like he doesn't have it. You might lose your footing even for a split second.
Another opportunity there by Aronson, defended by Reynolds. Now Pioneer will take it away. That's White back there.
You see that opportunity from Aronson one more time there. Had a nice shot. He didn't seem to get everything on it. Still a nice one knee down blocking that one by Reynolds.
Huron back downfield quickly. Can't convert the opportunity as the ball will go out of bounds. And Milling will hand it to Reynolds. Reynolds will get rid of it quickly to Holda. Another referee whistle. And Pioneer will call timeout. This looks like one of those teaching moment timeouts, Nick.
Yeah, it could be. You know, Ed will just get his guys in there, tell them, you know, keep what they've been doing. Don't fall to any sort of shenanigans from here on. Don't give in to any sort of, you know, physicality. You know, keep your head straight.
Shenanigans, nice
Yes.
word. Monkey shines would also apply.
But again, with nearly 5 minutes left to play in this one, down by 4 goals, not an insurmountable lead at this point, but Huron definitely needs to get on the schneid, as they say.
They've been held scoreless in this second half.
So they're due.
They are. Well, Pioneer will start possession. And we're back underway. Oh, Milling over the midfield stripe to Gago. Over to Gallagher behind the net. And once again, Pioneer can really afford to be patient, work their offense up 4 goals. Doug Shipp loses possession. They'll picked up by Huron. That's Kelly with it. Knocked out of his stick. And Shipp will head back downfield with it for Pioneer. Another ball on the turf, this time picked up by Rasmussen. Now back to Aronson. And Chad, Mr. Casual Aronson will work it down on the wide side of the field, far corner.
Not sure if Mr. Casual is the nickname he's going to want moving into prom season.
Well, he's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit, down 4 goals. There's a quick shot by Aronson, and now he's asking the referee. He's begging for a penalty, maybe.
Never hurts to work the referee a little bit when you're down by a couple of goals.
A quick shot out top, knocked away. Three minutes and counting to go in the match.
Very nice, tight defensive stoppage there by Pioneer once again. See Aronson trying to do that little skip shot coming around the back end of the goal. But once again, met by 2 Pioneer defenders.
Well, Pioneer back downfield. Quick shot by Phillips, knocked away. Nice job there by Hurley. Pioneer will keep it. Gallagher will carry. Gallagher around the defenseman, quick shot, and Gallagher with another goal for Pioneer. And that's just going to be about the final nail in that coffin as Pioneer takes the 10-5 lead with just 2:29 to play.
Absolutely. It's been all Gallagher and Gago here in the second half for the Pioneers. And Huron has just had no answer for them.
The G-men.
The G-men, indeed.
There it is on the replay. Gallagher almost looked like they were Didn't seem like they looked quite prepared to defend that shot.
No, I would agree. It seemed like Hurley was not entirely in. He definitely wasn't in the right position. Not sure what he was looking at, or not sure what he saw or didn't see on that play.
Well, picked up by Pioneer. That's Auer with it. Auer will send it back to Markel. Now bounce pass to Phillips off his chest. He'll pick it up. Now Gallagher with it once again for Pioneer. Damschroeder manhandling him back there.
Huron's defense as a whole definitely seems to be spreading more out to that perimeter, trying to be a little more aggressive. Defenseman Jerry Jackson there pressing the issue. Until Hurley comes out, has to do that.
A near opportunity there for Pioneer. Gago will pick it up off the turf. Under a minute and a half to play. And Gago still with it behind the Huron net. And Hurley, the goalie, coming out to defend Gago. There's a pass right out front. Bang, bang, and Gallagher scores again. Pioneer up 11-5.
Just a very nice play there. Great pass. Well received by Gallagher. And Hurley, no chance on that one.
Pioneer pouring it on now late here in the fourth.
And clearly the issue you're going to have there when you're Huron, when you are overly aggressive defensively, you're going to leave things open like that. Just, again, great, well-received pass. One knee, just fires it home. Meter and a half out from the goal.
And that goal coming with just under 1 minute to play in the match. Oh, ball picked up by Sylvester for Huron. And Huron will call a timeout.
Timeout there by Huron. Looks like they'll bring their kids in, probably discuss just where to go from here on out with 44 seconds left to go. Maybe they got some of the younger players that don't see the field a whole lot of the time. So just tell them to keep their heads up and just try to make something happen. Take best advantage of this opportunity that they can.
Well, and Nick, I repeat, everybody would like to play in a crosstown rivalry like this one.
And it's because you can always just throw out the record book.
That's right.
For any crosstown rivalry. Nice shot of Pioneer in their home whites there.
Oh, both teams back on the field. Aronson with it. 30 seconds to play. Huron trying to take something away positive from the end of this match. Try and score a late goal. That pass does not connect. Ball on the turf. And Pioneer will pick it up. Now ball knocked away from the Pioneer player. That was Takio Hota. And the Pioneer will keep possession of it. And the final seconds will wind off the clock, and that'll do it. As Pioneer will come away with a big 11-5 victory over Huron here on Hallway Field.
And once again, first half beautiful game, well played. The entire game, honestly, not too many penalties, not too many chippy calls. Just a well played back and forth match. Pioneer just a little too much asserting themselves in that second half.
And I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio and replay by Michael Pylon. Graphics by Carl McCoy. And the camera people, Dana Denha, Robert Hornbacker, Joe Dinda, and Andy Fillmore. Thanks for all the great work today. And as the teams come to the center of the field to shake hands, the final from Hallway Field is 11-5 for Nick Wisniewski. This is Pete Poyer on CTN Sports.
Thanks for watching CTN. Remember to hit that big old red button right there at the bottom to subscribe. Yep, that one right there. You got it.